All right. We had a little break in the action and weigh in, but the scales are still open. We've got boats coming in. As they come in, we will weigh them across the stage with our main weigh-in time still 3 o'clock. Scales have been open by 11, and we have a pretty good contingency of some of the top sticks in the National Walleye Tour in already. Your last winner in Oconto is sitting, staring at me in the tank right now, ready to weigh his best five. Let's bring up Randy Topper. He's got Hayden Meese as his co-angler here on day number 1. 5 fish, 5 alive here in Garrison. Lake Sakakawea putting out a pretty good batch of fish right now. Number of the anglers wanting to hit about this number. You're still going to hit the top side of it. 21 pounds and 9 ounces. 21.9, not bad at all. Hayden, if you don't mind grabbing those, sliding down this way. Randy, I think that's really going to have to be about what everybody's going to need to be in order to even keep fighting day after day.
Yeah, it's kind of my practice. So I just, kind of the old saying, you can't win it on day one, but you can sure lose it. And we caught some fish right away, and I threw back, probably, 4 or 5 3.5 pounders. Kept one just to put some seed in there. And then after that, it got a little bit scary, and we went a long time without another fish. And then we caught one more, 4, almost 5, and then it went blank again for a while. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 we caught 3. So it's like, that last 4-pounder was kind of a tough decision. Fish were starting to kind of bite there, but at the same time, it's been a tough pre-fish, so we'll take that.
You'll be able to settle in after the scale's all done today, kind of see where you rank, and help make some decisions a little bit better tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. We can always go out tomorrow and really go for the gold and maybe be a little bit more picky, or possibly, I'm sure there'll be a lot of chat tonight. It's kind of a marathon. We got 3 days, so and maybe if you're consistent with that kind of bag, you'll be right there and just get that one big lucky sister out there that's 8-10 pounds that I haven't seen yet, but that would be that might do it.
Sure to be out there somewhere, man. Hey, congratulations. Nice day 1. We will see you on day number 2. Rolling up to the stage, Mr. Alec Nickel. He's got Kristen Myers as his co-angler here on day number 1. Alec's first National Walleye Tour Championship. He wants to make a good showing here on day 1. He will do so with 22 pounds, 13 ounces, 22-13. I believe that puts you in second place right now. Congratulations. Let's have you hold up a couple of fish. Lively fish there for you and Kristen here on day number 1. Nice job. Nice job. Everybody chasing 28.8, but I think if you can start working up the ladder as you are here, nice job. Nice job. Kristen, if you don't mind grabbing those fish, I'm going to talk to Alec here for just a second. How does that feel, man?
Oh, that feels good. It's been a long, long week with problems and also just tough fishing. This fishery isn't fishing the best, but I'll tell you what, this is my favorite stop so far, just from the scenery. I try to go into today as humble as possible and just, keep level-headed. And if you don't stay in it mentally in this fishery, you're going to lose very quickly. And after we threw a couple back that were like, 2.5 pounds, we're like, how long are we going to push this thing? It's been a while since we got a good one, and we ended up just running around a little bit and caught one that was 2.15, and I said, that's almost 3 pounds. I hit the bottom this morning with the Merc, and luckily she ran just fine. It's only going like 52, 53 now, though, instead of 60. So there's a little bit of an issue, but
Chris is laughing on the side. She goes, that's fine enough, right? That's fine.
There's a little bit of an issue, but I kind of looked at her and I said, you know what, we got to make it back in, and at the end of the day, we might not get another bite all day with the way this fishery's been, so I decided to keep that 3-pounder and all them other good fish mixed with a small one. Who cares? You can't win it on day 1, but you could definitely lose it. So,
well, I mean, you're sitting in a good spot. Obviously, early, we've only seen 10 boats, but 22-13, sitting in second place right now. Great job here on day number 1 to both you and Kristen. We will continue to weigh them in as they come across the bump sink here this afternoon. Official weigh-in time starts at 3 o'clock. The scale has been open since 11. 10 boats are in, and we will see you the next time we get a next boat into the sinks here in Garrison. All right, time to welcome to the stage Mr. Big Will Pappenfuss. David Yoder, his co-angler here on day number 1. 5 fish, 5 alive. We're chasing 28 pounds, 8 ounces. That's what Isaac Lockich has weighed here early today. We've only weighed about 10 so far. 11 pounds and 4 ounces. 11.4 here on day number 1. David will let you grab that. 11.4 here today. You look a little disappointed.
Yeah, the pets weren't home for the first day all week, so we scrounged around and had a couple come off, a couple at the boat that came off, and it just wasn't our day, but we got 2 more to go. So
you're going to have to make up some ground, no doubt about it. And I suppose with the comment like the pets weren't home, it sounds like plan A, B, C, all of them had to come into play today?
Yeah, D, E, and F even too, so there's potential for 30-plus pound bags out there. We just got to land on them. So.
All right, we'll see you on day number 2, bud. Thanks so much. All right, your next boat, Brandon Witkowski, your pro. He's got Mark Matichek with him as his co. 5 fish here today. 5 fish. Be a few in there that hurt him a little bit as his total weight is tabulated. 16.9 is what you're going to take with you today. 16.9 here on day number 1. Take all day long to get all 5?
No, we threw back a couple pounds, and we ended up keeping like a 17-incher, and the bite just died. This morning was on fire. We caught all those fish early. That's why they didn't survive. But, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a grind the next 2 days, too, I think. So we'll see what happens. But just want to keep myself in contention for cash checking range at this point. So,
if you see all of the weights here after day number 1, do you think that'll settle your mind as to what you really got to go out and do?
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's kind of what I wanted to come in with 5 decent fish, because you can really blow it on day 1, and then you don't know, it's going to be a lot of flip-flopping, I think. So we'll see. I don't know. It's fun. Today was a lot better, so hopefully it continues.
Congratulations, man. We'll see what you can do over the course of the next couple of days. All 40 fish, or all 40 pros and co's will fish all 3 days. So no cut here this year. So they all get an opportunity to fish throughout 3 days. And I think that does a little bit different, puts a little bit of mental spin onto everything, because you've got to start thinking, I'm here for 3 days. If I'm sitting in 11th or 12th on day number 2, you're no longer just going home on Saturday. You get an opportunity to run up the leaderboard yet on that final day. And so maybe you got to play it a little safer here on day number 2. We'll find out as we go throughout here on day number 1 what it'll all look like. Right now, 28 pounds and 8 ounces. I do know that we're waiting for another boat to hit the bump sink right now. I'll maybe hang out here for just a little bit to see what that looks like. Otherwise, we will have a pause in the action before we get rolling right at 3 o'clock for our main weigh-in time. I believe we'll pause right now. We'll get back as soon as we get another one into the bump sink. Thanks. All right. Our friend from the north, from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Jason Doyen to the stage. He's got Michael George with him on day number 1. These co-anglers have found themselves in a randomized boat here on day 1. They'll find themselves in a different boat on day 2, and they'll come together with their pro in the standings on day number 3. 5 fish, 5 alive, 14 pounds and 2 ounces, 14-2. Mike, if you don't mind grabbing those, and I'll give a chance to talk to Jason here. 14-2. I mean, day 1 effort, you got to get out there, at least kind of grind out something for day 1.
You know, with the way the bite's been, it's been so spotty up and down. I just, seen a lot of big fish graphing yesterday. Went back there, and a lot of those big fish moved. And, I mean, it was weird because, there's no wind or anything last night. So just had to keep hopping spots. And then finally the last spot, I mean, we had 3 fish in the boat with, probably half an hour before we came in. And boom, 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 we caught 4 or 5 fish and got 2 decent ones. So it saved the day a little bit. I'm with the leader of the Angler of the Year for co-angler today. So it was a little extra pressure. I kept looking at him like, what do you want me to do, man? Like, this stays for you. I promise you. He's like, hey, man, whatever you want, which was good. But I just hope he gets enough points to pull this off. I mean, what a nice guy. We had a great time today. We talked about hunting, everything else you can think about. And he's never been to Canada.
Got to get him up there.
We got to get him up to the Great White North, give him some maple syrup, and slap him on the backside and send him on his way back south.
That's right. That sounds good. Jason, congratulations, man, on day 1. We will see you on day number 2. Mr. Evan Rosemore, your next pro to the stage. He's got Brandon Benning with him on day 1. 5 fish, 5 alive. Anglers able to bring their 5 best walleyes over 15 inches to the stage out of Lake Sakakawea here on day number 1. Going to go 14-14, dropping just shy of that 15-pound mark. Brandon, if you don't mind grabbing those. Good-looking fish there, Evan. I mean, again, just like Jason, you kind of gotta set a mark at some point, start keeping some fish here, and then work from that.
Yeah, I mean, we had a pretty rough practice. That was one of the better days I've had. We didn't get any of the big ones today. A lot of those 3-pounders, 3.5-pounders, as shows on the scale. Didn't get any of those 5 or 6 pound kickers. I was hoping for all of those 5 or 6 pounders, as everyone else was. But, today wasn't the day. With 3 days, you can stumble one day and come back. And looking at the leaderboard here, I missed a little of something, but we'll go figure it out over the next 2 days.
Get a little time to think about it here. You're in nice and early on day number 1. So little time to think about it, and we'll see you on day number 2.
Yep, thanks a lot. We're going to go get some ice cream to celebrate.
Heck yeah, man. There you go. We will see him across the stage on day number 2. We'll see all of the anglers across the stage all 3 days here on the National Walleye Tour Championship. We look forward to more as they hit the bump sink here in just a few minutes. We'll join you once again. All right, next to the stage, Dewey Jelm. He's got Tim Jans with him here on day number 1. 5 fish, 5 alive. Looks like a decent basket. We are chasing 28 pounds and 8 ounces. Lively fish here. Looks pretty good. We're going to sit at 22 pounds and 5 ounces. 22.5, not bad. Sitting in that top 5 certainly there. Not everybody's going to find 22 pounds every day. I don't know if it's going to be consistency. Are we going to see Isaac be able to pull away in that big bag? But so far, it looks like the leaders are going to need to be in that 22-pound range.
Yeah, for sure. But I'll take it. Honestly, it's the second biggest bag I've had at all practice, and that's 12 to 14 hours a day. So to do it in a limited amount of time today, it was a fun day. We caught quite a few fish, actually, more than what most days in practice, but just not a lot of big ones. We ended the day with about a 6-pounder. But yeah, I'm looking at that 28.8, and I want one of them bags.
Don't we all, man? When you're in practice on an event like this, you say today's your best. Was it because you practice a little bit differently? Maybe not cast at every single thing?
No, usually that's kind of the case, but in this tournament, or this practice anyways, the bite was so tough that we were literally trying to cast at everything just to figure out what the right bait was, cadence, and we finally figured out a little bit of something, and I hope we can do that a little bit better each day. So,
congratulations, man. Sitting in a nice spot with over 22 pounds on the scale in day number 1. On the way is Mr. Randy Woodland. He's got Alan Schlenker with him. 5 fish, 5 alive for them as well. Day 1 here on Lake Sakakawea. Going to be in the teens. Going to be 16 pounds even. 16 pounds even here on day number 1. 5 fish and 5 alive, so no penalties there. You'll take all 16 pounds here, Randy. Not bad.
No, not bad. Didn't really stick to my guns. I didn't want to put anything in the box 3.5, but when you go 3 hours and don't touch fish, you start to worry a little bit, and right at the end we found something special, so hopefully it carries on the next 2 days.
You get to fish all 3 days in this one. You maybe can take 1 day and use it as a learning opportunity, and hopefully you can catch up on 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did today.
Congratulations, man. We will see you on day number 2. You bet. Thanks, Randy. We'll wait for more to hit the bump sink, and we'll bring him across the stage here on day 1 of the National Walleye Tour Championship presented by Progressive. All right, we got more sitting in the sink ready to come across the stage on day one. Mr. Cody Pixley. Brad Rozick, his co-angler here on day number one. 5 fish, 5 alive. You guys were talking about what you thought it was going to weigh. Said 14, even a little bit better than that. 14-13 here on day number one, 14-13. Brad, if you don't mind grabbing those. Cody, 14-13. Not bad. I mean, there's room for improvement there.
Yeah. There's one small one in there that I wish would have been a couple pounds heavier, maybe 2 of them even, but not terrible. 3-day event. So it's going to take a lot of weight, and yeah, we'll go back out tomorrow.
Pre-fishing wise, did you feel comfortable coming into today?
I knew it was going to be probably between somewhere 15 to 20. You know, it's kind of been the average all week, so was hoping for 20. Obviously, ended up on the lower end of that, but like I said, 3-day event, so it'll get interesting by the end of the day or the end of the week. So
yeah, absolutely. I think there'll be some fish moved around, and we'll see what the weather does for all of you as well. Congratulations, man! Nice job on day number one. Out of Tomahawk, Wisconsin, Nick Schertz, your next pro. He's got Jacob Johnson with him. 5 fish tournament limit. That one in there come early in the day that may hurt you?
Yeah, one dead one. Just died, you know, nothing really, not a deep water fish or anything. He just was not happy right off the bat, you know. Once you put him in, that's it, so that's the way it goes. We ground through him today. Very tough bite. My bite was really tough today, and Jacob did a good job fishing from the back. Got a couple fish that we used today, and that's just fantastic. Overall, yeah, I was actually kind of surprised how poorly they bit today. Happy to get at least that 15, you know, you're looking at.
14-13 is where you're at, yep.
Yeah, so with the deduction and still being at 15, I got through today. They didn't bite good. I looked at a lot of the right ones, and it's miserable. It's really hard. But hopefully if you can still keep getting that, you know, I threw back a 18.5-inch chunky one with about an hour to go, and I'm like, man, I hope I don't regret that. And then I caught one a little bigger. I'm like, all right, I got to be done. Because the bite wasn't good. I mean, we did not go through a ton of fish today. I'm trying not to throw at too many of the wrong ones so you don't have to make those decisions. But, boy, it's brutal out there some days, you know, the bite you're on. You know, do you move around a little bit more? I don't know what the answer is. I did pull a pin and leave and check another spot with 4, which is hard to do. And there's a ton of them there, and I figured I could get something in that close to 3-pound range, which I did. And I'm like, all right, we're done. My head can't take any more of it, you know. I feel like the fish I'm fishing for didn't go today, and I got to, you know, live to fish another day. We get a little wind, it might help a little bit. So,
well, congratulations here on day number one. 14-13 is what you'll take with you today, and we'll see you on day number 2 as we wait for more to hit the sink here on day 1 on Lake Sakakawea. All right. We continue on here this afternoon. The scale's been open since 11 o'clock. Our official weigh-in time's 3, but that's still 20 minutes away, and we've got just about a full flight of anglers in already. Mr. Corey Heiser, your next pro to the stage. He's got Matthew Schwab with him out of Duluth, Minnesota. 5 fish, 5 alive. They said coming late today for their catch. Said not many fish until not all that long ago.
At 1 o'clock, we had 1. So the last hour and a half, well, and 20 minutes of that was running in. But that was a grind fest today. If you would have asked me what I need to see to get them, I would have told you we seen exactly that this morning, and it was just one denial after the other. In fact, my phrase all week has been, denial isn't just a river in Egypt. It's what's been going on this East End all week. But, yeah, I mean, you're just fortunate to get what we got now. Because, like I said, I think it was 11 o'clock we had 0, and at 1 o'clock I had 1. So to get
15-9 is where you're at.
Yeah, to get 15-9, you're still fine in a 3-day tournament. Obviously, the hammers that fished the National Walleye Tour had some big bags. But the way it went this season, I'm just blessed to be here. Lost a little tiebreaker, and bless his heart, Gage Gordon decided to go to Alaska and get engaged, so I got to take his spot. But love being back at Sakakawea. I was born and raised in western North Dakota, and love being out here. A lot of familiar faces, so yeah, we'll take it and give ourselves a shot the next couple days.
Day 1 of 3, man. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much. All right, your leader and angler of the year right now in 2026, Mr. Bo Schilling. He's got Mike Knutson with him on day number 1 here on the National Walleye Tour. Going to be right around 19 pounds. 19 pounds and an ounce, in fact. 19 pounds and 1 ounce. Not too bad. I'll let Mike grab those. Bo, you can hang out up here for a minute. What do you think, man? What's this experience been like this whole year?
Dude, I went out there really confident about getting 15, 20 pounds today, and I was pretty sure I was going to come in with 20 pounds, and just got my butt kicked all day long by this fishery. We had 1 fish at like 10 o'clock, and after that, we had nothing all day. Probably ran, you guys know we had a cameraman all day. When he got out, we caught a couple, but gosh dang, we probably ran 15 spots. All our fish were gone. So we just went in the main lake and casted out a lot of numbers of them, and ended up getting 4 more, or actually got like 6, 7 more bites. We had to let go a nice one that we snagged, but that's part of it. And yeah, I'm just thankful for 19 pounds right now. So that was, can't complain there. So.
We see the top of the leaderboard at 28.8. Isaac just crushed him today, but everybody else is going to start getting closer and closer with everybody making the ability to make a move over the course of the next 2 days.
Yeah, I had a feeling Isaac over there was going to do something. He's an absolute beast, and he was pretty excited yesterday at the rules meeting, so didn't expect much less from him. He's an animal.
Yeah, when Isaac's excited, it's hard. Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. Well, congratulations, man. We'll see what it looks like over the course of the rest of the afternoon as we continue to weigh him in here on day number 1. We'll get our official weigh-in time rolling at 3 o'clock, and we'll get more across the stage at that time. Thank you so much. All right, we are getting awful close to 3 o'clock, and we've got anglers in the sink to weigh fish on day number 1 here at Lake Sakakawea. Welcome, everybody that's joined us here at Garrison Marina at Fort Stephenson State Park. We are happy to be here with you. 3 days of fishing on Lake Sakakawea for these anglers. All 40 will get to fish all 3 days. It's the top 40 pros and top 40 co's out of the Angler of the Year race in the National Walleye Tour here in 2026. Great fun to be had. We're already sitting at 28 pounds, 8 ounces. Your leader, Isaac Lockich. It falls down to 22 pounds, 13 ounces. Alec Nickel behind him there. You can follow along online at nationalwalletetour.com. All of the live leaderboards, all that is there for you. And we've got almost 20 boats in, or about 20 boats in already, so we got only another 20 more to weigh quickly this afternoon. We're going to bring up Mr. Mark Courts to the stage. He's got Michael Hall with him here on day number 1. Mark has come across the National Walleye Tour stage a whole mess of times. Happy to be here at this championship, and had to grind it out a little bit today.
Yeah, that's the least you could say. No, I'll tell you what, we had one fish at 210, and I just told him we got to keep moving. And we threw a bunch of fish back this morning that would obviously had a bigger bag, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to win, and we put our head down, and finally I said we got to start putting fish in the boat, and that's what we ended up doing.
You get to 5, 11 pounds, 8 ounces, maybe a bit of a reset for tomorrow.
Probably not. You know, these fish have just been moving so much that I'm going to probably run my same milk run. And honestly, you could weigh 25 pounds. So that's not the deal. You just got to stick to your guns. You got to just trust your electronics and cover a lot of water. I mean, I went from the west boundary all the way to the darn near the east boundary. So, you know, you just got to keep moving until you find a pod that wants to bite. I mean, we threw out probably, honestly, 100 fish today that didn't even care. So, I mean, and then we pull up to one point, and they're biting like mad at 210. So, you know, that's just the way it is out here.
You've obviously been around this game long enough, and you've heard the old adage, don't leave fish to find fish. But with the technology that's out there now, you've really probably come to understand that may not be so true. Sometimes you've really got to make a milk run, as you mentioned.
Well, yeah. I mean, my Mega Live 2, I really trust that thing. And, you know, my Humminbird electronics, and honestly, you have to trust your electronics. They don't lie anymore. You know, back in the day when I started 28 years ago, it was a little different game. But, no, I love coming to Garrison. We've been here numerous times over my career. This is a great community. Dennis Jeffrey and his kid David, they welcomed us with open arms there at the hotel or the cabins and letting us use their shop to keep stuff in. So it's been awesome. So I want to thank those guys. But, yeah, just a fun, you know, place to be.
Well, you get them tomorrow, man. Congratulations. We'll see you on day number 2. Let's bring up Benjamin Teets to the stage out of West Fargo, North Dakota. Home state, little closer to home than some of these long drives we've made him go on lately. Cody Dietz, his co-angler here on day number 1. We're going to put a decent bag on stage at 19 pounds and 1 ounce on the scale, 19.1. There'll be one fish that gives you a little bit of a fit in there. But, Cody, if you don't mind grabbing it, 18.9 is what you're going to take with you here on day number 1. How do you feel?
No, I mean, it went good. You know, we started spot A, spot B. It's much the same. Just fish aren't wanting to play. But there again, just like everybody else, you keep the boat moving, and eventually you run into a couple biters. And we got one 7-pound kind of anomaly in there, and it's a good day for that thing to show up.
It's a good day. You hear so many stories of like, oh, I got him during pre-fishing. You'd rather not even see him during pre-fishing. Get him on these days.
Yeah, we don't really need him to bite pre-fish. Just, you know, trust your electronics. See him swimming down there. That's all you need. You need him to bite today. And that's what happened for us. And, yeah, we're excited about it.
I think that 18, 19-pound mark is a safe place to be right now. Certainly able to work from there.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's definitely repeatable, probably with a different order of fish, but I think we can probably go do it again if things work out tomorrow. So we're looking forward to having another fun day. I think it's going to be a little bumpier, so we'll probably still going to put the same amount of miles on and run around and keep doing it again. Congratulations, man. Great job. Top 40 pros, top 40 co's in the National Walleye Tour Championship here on Lake Sakakawea. Giannis Manglis, your next pro all the way from Latvia. He's got Dan Anderson with him here on day 1. Giannis, one fish in there, buddy. What's up with that?
Well, the fish for which I found on trainings were not today there, where there were some. We lost one because the 10-pound line snapped. Then I set the hook too fast, and the third one was this one. So then I let one small one go. Well, and that's the result because of that. All bad decisions. So it is what it is.
Day one, you'll take 6 pounds and 15 ounces with you. It's a nice one. If you can get some buddies with that tomorrow, that'll help.
I hope they will be tomorrow,
Well, good luck. We'll see you guys on day number 2. We'll let you get a picture down this way. Tough to get your toe stubbed here on day number 1. You got 3 days to fish here. And so, you know, the old adage, we've heard it already on stage today, you can't win it today, but you certainly can lose it. And I don't know about losing it. Everybody's got to fish all 3 days, so certainly somebody could stumble on a different day. But it's going to be tough catching up with 28 pounds and 8 ounces on day number 2 if Isaac can get on those fish once again. We've heard a lot of the stories already about the fish moving, and you need to make these spot A, spot B, spot C, run through the alphabet, get into the numerals, and make that work for you over the course of these next few days. Anglers are talking about how, we put that boundary on, we put that border on. They can't cross that to go fish, and there may be fish just across that or so, and the best they can do is look at them and long to get over there. But we will make them fish within those boundaries, and we will crown a champion here in 2026 on the National Walleye Tour. Speaking of champion, as he hits the bump sink here, Mr. Tom Wynn, your 2-time and reigning National Walleye Tour champion, coming to the stage here on day number 1. He's got Scott Yindra with him here day 1. Going to have to play a little catch-up here on day number 2, but it is 3 days of fishing guaranteed for these anglers. 5 fish, 5 alive. If we can get them settled down enough and get them to lock in. Tom, were these fish caught late in the day? Did we have to scramble for this one?
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. Who's leading?
Isaac at 28 pounds and 8 ounces.
Of course he is. Remember last year? He scared me a little bit. Tomorrow, I'm going to have to catch 46 pounds, but it'll be all right.
12 pounds, 14 ounces a day, 12, 14. I mean, it does seem like that's a hill to climb that, it's not insurmountable, but certainly need to find those right fish tomorrow. You won't be able to let a 12-pound bag do much work for you.
No, it won't do much other than give me some hope. Because there's a big bag out there. Like, if you watch my live this morning, there was some big ones following, chasing. They're lazy. I shouldn't say chase. Honestly, there's so much bait in the system that I think, and with Garmin LiveScope, I can watch these fish swim around, and, that you have that bait. I can't even say bait ball. It's a bait cloud, a continuous one. And these fish are swimming around, not chasing. Literally just casually swimming, eating. So throwing a bait at them, anything, they don't need to chase, So I just had to figure out what Isaac did and go out there and do it tomorrow.
Yeah, he was in the audience before you can shake him down, I suppose. But, it's pretty incredible to see. Obviously, we got 2 more days to go after it. We'll see what happens. Congratulations, man. Mr. Tom Wynn, your reigning National Walleye Tour champ. 2-time back-to-back. He wants to try to make it a 3rd. We'll see. Got a hill to climb right now. Your co-anglers will find themselves in a different pro anglers boat tomorrow, and then the final day will release the anglers by their standings after 2 days of fishing. So the leading pro and the leading co will get together in a boat, and they will be the first boat out. That top 20 will be the final boats in on Saturday. Their bonus, in a sense, is that additional extra half hour of fishing time on the final day to make this all worth it. The scales will open each one of those days, though, at 11 o'clock for the sake of the anglers and sake of the fish. We've got our live release boat that we're putting the fish back into. The fish that don't make it here are getting donated to a nonprofit in the area named Harbor Angels. They're taking those fish and they'll feed those less fortunate in the area as well. But many of them are going back into Lake Sakakawea here this afternoon. We've got our live oxygen rolling, and many of the fish that we brought to us from these anglers in good shape will be returned this afternoon. Dylan Piotr, your next pro to the stage. He's got 5 fish limit. Brian Deerdahl with him. Day 1, mentioned these coves will be in a different pro angler's boat on day number 2. We're going to go 17 pounds and 9 ounces, 17.9. 5 fish, 5 alive, so you get to keep all 17.9 with you. What do you think, man?
I like it more when I don't weigh them before I put in, so it's a question on what you're going to have. I figured I had like 16 pounds, so I'm real happy with where I'm sitting. I didn't really look at anybody else, but
28.8 at the top. That's Isaac, and it drops to 22. So you maybe compare yourself to that 22 to the than the 28.
My partner's in second right now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It means you guys are probably on the right wavelength. You just gotta get it on those right fish at the right time.
Absolutely.
Well, I wish you the very best of luck on day number 2. You get all 3 days to fish here in the National Walleye Tour Championship this year. No cut day. Mentioned that the top 20 after 2 days of fishing will get an opportunity to go out first and come back last on that final day. Appreciate everybody joining us. What a great crowd gathered here on day number 1. We've got 2 more days to do this. We'll see what the weather gives us over the course of the next couple of days. Sounds like maybe a little bit more wind tomorrow and showers possibly on Saturday, but we will get there when we get there. We'll enjoy the sunshine right now here at Fort Stevenson State Park. 2027 information will be out to the anglers and those of you who are fans of the National Walleye Tour shortly. So keep watching nationalwalleyetour.com and all the social media pages for that information as it becomes available. We'll wait for the boats to come rolling up the boat ramp here and drop their fish off in the tanks alongside us here at the Garrison Marina in Fort Stevenson State Park. I see ice cream. I see some cold beverages of all kinds. This is a fun afternoon here on day 1. I see Owen Wilcox working his way through the sinks right now. Owen, yeah, you want to come up? Let's do this. 1 fish in there, Owen. 1 fish here on day number 1. He's got Kevin Warney with him as his co-angler on day 1. Co-anglers will find themselves in a different pro boat on day 2. 2 pounds and 7 ounces, 2.7. Kevin, if you want to grab that, we're going to talk about this monster here on stage with Owen. 2.7, man. Was this, were you throwing fish back, hoping to catch the right bite, or is this all you got to put your hands on?
That's about it. Yeah, I don't know. This has been a pretty bad week, so wasn't expecting much. I was expecting more than that, but well, if anyone has any pointers on how to catch walleye, I'm all ears. So
there's a lot of other things to catch out there. Are you into some of the other species?
No.
I was thinking maybe you're catching some smallies or something out there as well, but yeah, it looks like the walleyes have been stingy for some people this week.
Yeah, they've been stingy for me. I mean, I think I had a few good days, but it just hasn't been a good week for me. But
you got 2 more days, man. You get a guaranteed 2 more days to try to get after it. We'll see you on day number 2. Drake McCarthy, your next pro to the stage. He's got Garrett Greer with him. 5 fish, 5 alive. 5 fish tournament limit. These anglers are able to bring only 5 fish to the stage. They can only have 5 fish in the boat, so they've got to make the right decision right off the bat, whether they keep the fish or not. 12 pounds and 7 ounces. 12.7. You'll get to keep all of that. Garrett, do you mind grabbing those fish? Drake, what do you think, man?
Nice weather, at least. Can't beat the weather, I guess.
Can't beat the weather. Was the fishing what you expected? Was it a little tougher this time or today, or what were you kind of seeing this week?
A little tougher than I expected. I thought we could get more of that 5 to 6 pound range. There'd be a lot more of those, but they've just been a stingy week. So I got 2 more days to make up some more ground and hopefully find the big ones.
Did you start keeping fish right away this morning, or did you kind of wait throughout the day before you started putting them in the box?
We waited. I think we put our first one in at probably 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then we caught probably 5 or 6 before then, and littler ones, 2-3 pound, or probably 1.5 pound, 2 pounders, and then I don't know. It just felt like we needed to keep some fish to keep up in the race. So we'll see what the next 2 days bring.
Some point you got to weigh some fish or you're going to have nothing, right, man? Congratulations. We'll see you on day number 2. Waiting for more to hit the sink here as they unload or load up, I suppose, off of the ramp here at Garrison Marina. Happy to have everybody joining us on NationalWalleyeTour.com, all of our social media pages. Opportunity to watch live here on the National Walleye Tour. Today, maybe a little bit slower than some of the past live shots over the course of the 2026 season, but still able to see what's going on the water. What are these anglers experiencing out on the water? How is that bite? What do things look like? Corey Sprangle, your next pro to the stage out of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. He's got 4 fish. Dana Dowler with him out of Nebraska. 4 fish here, day number 1 of 3 days. All the anglers get all 3 days here. We will go with 4 fish. Scale locks in. There'll be a couple fish that give you a hard time there. But 14-14 on the scale itself, and then unfortunately they'll take a penalty there.
Yeah, it was a great day. I mean, honestly, we caught a ton of fish, and, they're all a quarter pound shy of what I wanted to keep. And, I had the mark of 4 pounds for the longest time, and, we got them pretty fast. And, 3 of them came pretty quick, and I'm like, all right, well, we better make sure we stick to that. And, so many 3 3/4, and it died at 11, and, thank God we got one more after that. But obviously missing one, and it was a fun day out there. It's one of my favorite bodies of water. This week made it, a little bit interesting to make sure it's still my favorite, but had a lot of fun out there.
When you come out to a body of water like this, whether it's for a qualifying event or championship, how intricate do you get when it comes to pre-fishing? Are you weighing every fish that hits the boat? Are you averaging things out, making marks on the map? What's your pre-fishing plans look like?
Yeah, you try to obviously, keep as many notes as possible, and if that's waypoints in your graph, but absolutely, I weigh almost every fish like it's a tournament, right? I want to have a pretty good mental note in my head, like, what I'm catching and, how my days are going, and it makes a big difference in a lot of bodies of water with, fish to fish. You just keep weighing 24 inches, especially like Green Bay. I mean, there could be a 2-pound difference from some areas. And so that's what I honestly fished a ton of areas, throughout my career that I had won. Some of those tournaments were a lot shorter fish by a couple inches, but they weighed more. Sure. And so it's really important to keep track and, really understand as many things as you can throughout pre-fish, because those little things make a big difference sometimes.
Congratulations, man. We'll see you on day number 2 here on the National Walleye Tour Championship. Out of St. Mary's, Pennsylvania, he's got 3 fish. Dylan Nussbaum. He's got Eric Wieselowski as his co-angler on day 1. 3 fish here today. 3 fish, man. What's up with that? Do we throw some fish back we wish we had?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's probably going to be the story of this tournament. But, yeah, I mean, we kept throwing fish back, and when it started to come down to it, we couldn't catch anymore. We only caught 1 fish probably the last 3 hours, and we put on some miles on that trolling motor today.
10 pounds, 15 ounces, no penalties there. You get to keep all of it. Eric, if you don't mind grabbing those, and we'll get them down in the water there. Yeah, no call. You only get 5 fish. You really have to feel confident in what you're going to put in the box.
Yeah, you do for sure. I mean, going out there today, I did have a lot of confidence going into today, but at the same time, I really couldn't be throwing in them 3-pounders, and ultimately, that was my decision. I definitely could have been up there 17, 18 pounds, but when you got 28 pounds on the scale, you got to get some bigger ones.
You got that kind of hanging over your head. There's no doubt about it. You get to grind it out tomorrow, same plan, or you kind of have something new brewing?
Honestly, I have no idea. I'm going to see what the weather does. The area I was in got real tough. I mean, big ones are there for sure. It's just if I want to grind it out or not. I might try some different stuff, might try some deep stuff, shallow. I have no idea. We'll see what the day brings.
It's like a new pre-fishing day, man. Congratulations. We will see you across the stage on day number 2 here at the National Walleye Tour. Waiting for more to come up and hit the sink here. On day number 1, as I mentioned, all 40 pros and co's get to fish all 3 days. That's a little change over the course of the National Walleye Tour history. Generally, there's a cut day that the anglers need to achieve, and with no cut day, you might start thinking about things a little bit differently. Maybe you just got to survive until you get into a top 10. Maybe you just got to keep pace with those so you can cash a decent check. Can anybody catch a 28-pound bag besides Isaac Lockich this week? We'll see that as the course of this week goes on. With a 5-fish tournament limit, Mr. Drake Hurd's coming up. He's got Jeremy Manning with him as his co-angler on day one. Yeah, the top. Oh, he's going to arrange his fish here. Top 40 pros, top 40 co's through Angler of the Year point standings, which count through all of the events. So we've got an Angler of the Year to award as well at the end of this week. On Saturday, we'll hand out a boat for winning the championship and hand out a boat for winning Angler of the Year to the winning pro. 5-fish tournament limit. All 5 fish alive, so you get to take the whole weight that you see there. We're going to go 11 pounds and 11 ounces, 11-11. Jeremy, if you don't mind grabbing them and sliding it down this way. Drake, how do you feel? 11-11, I know it's not the weight you want, but being able to take that whole weight with you, having the 5, do you feel like you kind of got something started? You can roll with that?
Yeah, I mean, we threw some fish back earlier this morning. I mean, we're playing this game and kept throwing back and kept throwing back and kept throwing back, hoping for something bigger, and it just didn't happen today. Jeremy's a great guy to fish with, and in all honesty, I don't know how many fish I missed or got halfway to the boat. It was just one of those things where I don't know if they were biting it weird or what the deal was. So I'm hoping tomorrow we just have some wind. I mean,
careful what you say out here.
I know, exactly. So, but we'll see what it is. It's 2 days left, so we got plenty of time and stuff. I mean, my family came out, my boys and wife, so that was pretty cool to see. So
heck yeah, man. I wish you the very best of luck over the course of the next couple days. Should be a lot of fun. It'll be a wild ride. There's no doubt about it. These anglers have to make these decisions. They only get 5 fish, period. They can only keep 5 fish. Once they hit their 5-fish limit, they're done. The scale does open at 11 o'clock each day. And so if they've got their 5 fish, they can come in and weigh. We do the best we can for the sake of the fish and the anglers. Sometimes it is a stressful enough day just trying to find their 5 fish by 11 o'clock, let alone be out there till 3 or 3:30 in the afternoon trying to decide what to do. Sometimes grabbing that quick limit, maybe what needs to happen so that you can get on with planning the next day. Lick your wounds and kind of go on, maybe, is what we're looking at. But 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll take off once again here out of Garrison Marina. We had a great takeoff this morning. Crowd gathered this morning for our invocation and national anthem. We'll go with boat number 40 will be the first boat out tomorrow, followed by boat number 1 to the end, or 40 to 39. And number 1 will be the final boat out tomorrow morning. And then the final day, they'll go out in order of standings. So if you're in first place at the end of day 2, you'll be the first boat out. And then those first 20 boats that roll out of the marina on Saturday will be the final 20 boats that come back on Saturday afternoon, presumably. Of course, again, the scale is open at 11, so they could come in early. But 28 pounds, 8 ounces. Isaac Lockich, your leader right now. Alec Nickel with 22 pounds, 13 ounces in second place. And Dwayne Jelm at 22.5. Got Jade Wendell at 22.5, by the way, and just announced behind that, Hunter Nitty at 22.4. Everybody stacked together there. Hunter, you paid them to make that noise? No. You can check out the live leaderboard online at nationalwalletetour.com. Waiting for more to come up here. We had a number of them weighed, almost a flight worth of anglers weighed in before 3 o'clock today. Anticipate that being similar over the course of the next couple of days as well. So if you want to come down and watch fish get weighed, we do open the scale at 11. There will be some early weigh-ins each one of these days. Perhaps it will be the leaders like it was today, 28 pounds, 8 ounces. On the co-angler side, Derek Gilbert was paired with Isaac, so 28.8. Kristen Myers with Alec, and 22.13. Curtis Eichberg, 22.5. Tim Jans, 22.5. Michael Backen, 22.4. Those are your leaders on the co-angler side. The co-anglers will ride in a different boat tomorrow. They'll get a different pro-angler, and so their weights will look different than the pro-angler weights. But we will pair the top pro and the top co after 2 days of fishing on the final day here at Lake Sakakawea for the 2026 National Walleye Tour Championship presented by Progressive. I see Gage getting himself into the bump sink right now. We're checking to make sure that the anglers only have those 5 fish, that they're walleyes. They do take a penalty for bringing us a dead fish. Doing the best we can for this fishery. We're bringing fish back out into Lake Sakakawea here this afternoon. We've got our live release boat back behind the trailer with our live oxygen system in. It's just like us when we go to the hospital or to the clinic and get a dose of oxygen. Oftentimes makes us feel better. It gets everything working inside our bodies correctly. That's pretty much the same thing that we experience here with our live oxygen boat. You can't fizz the fish, but if they come in good shape or even kind of on the edge, that oxygen system helps out quite a bit. And the fish that don't make it are being donated to Harbor Angels, a local nonprofit in the area that'll feed those less fortunate. Gage Backman out of Harrisburg, South Dakota, your next pro to the stage. He's got Larry Gengel with him. 5 fish, 5 alive. Happy to see Gage. Gage was in a wheelchair the last time we saw him. Now we've graduated to the cane. Man, we need some bling on that cane. That's what we need, man. 5 fish, 5 alive, 16 pounds, 10 ounces, 1610. Congratulations. Larry, do you mind grabbing those and bringing them down? Gage, what do you think, man? That's 1610 is not too bad.
Yeah, it's not great. We let a couple fish go early that came back to bite us, but when they were biting right away, so it's like can't keep them. And obviously it came back to bite us a little bit, but we had fun regardless. It was a fun day. A little bit of a struggle, but it was fun.
What do we got to do tomorrow? 1610 today. Where's your mind at?
I got to get 25 tomorrow.
Got to get 25. So what are we do? You just going to start throwing back 3-pounders?
Yeah, that's the plan. 3s and maybe some 4s even. They might have to be higher 4s to keep, but probably fish a little bit different area tomorrow to see. I mean, I saw the right fish today. I just couldn't get them to go. So.
Well, get you out there on day number 2, man. It's glad to have you across the stage. Very best of luck. We'll get you down. You good with the stairs? All right, buddy. Gage Backman, just a month out of dealing with an accident. Glad he was able to fish with us. He was over in Oconto, and as I mentioned, in the wheelchair, graduated the cane now. By the start of the 2027 season, he'll be running across the stage with those baskets like the other guys, like he has before. Isaac Lockich, 28 pounds and 8 ounces, your leader. He's hanging out in the audience here. Number of the anglers, why not? Just hang out. Great crowd, sunshine, not too terribly hot. If you can stand the yellow jackets flying around, you can enjoy yourself. You know, I saw some ice cream out here. Whoever was eating ice cream out here, you are a brave soul right now. Just that time of the year for those pests. Waiting for more of the anglers to come in and weigh. Won't have too many more left to weigh in here this afternoon as we, again, opened up the scales at 11 o'clock. Had about 20 weighed before we even got to 3 o'clock. The second flight is due in at 3:30. They should be pouring in right now to our check-in point down below at the marina. We'll get them weighed in as soon as they hit the bump sink here this afternoon, and we'll continue on when we get another one up. All right, next one here. Chad Schilling, your pro. David Smithberg with him. One fish, one nice fish. One nice fish. Chad couldn't convince 4 others to come with him, but he'll weigh 6 pounds, 10 ounces. 6 pounds, 10 ounces. It's a nice fish. David's going to grab that one. Chad, where are the other 4?
Well, they're still swimming. We caught a couple, but we just didn't throw it any little ones. And when I said, let's go meat whack them and catch them real easy, I think I got 2 bites the rest of the day. I gave myself 3 hours to go catch the dinks. And, I don't know. It was a lot of, I'd be pulling into spots and somebody would be coming out. And I'm like, well, that ain't going to work. I did that a lot today and looked at a million walleyes, got rejected by most of them. And the ones that I knew I could catch, I wasn't able to today. So looks like I kept the bad luck. Bo got some good luck in Jaden. So that's right what we need to do. That'll work.
It feels like a comfortable spot right now on the leaderboard, I suppose, huh?
I should be last. And see what I did is if I got below 25th, wherever Bo had to get, that gives him one more spot that he doesn't have to beat. So that was my strategy today. That's what we went with. So.
What a good deck. Congratulations, man. Great job, buddy. Great job. Chris Cowden on the way, your next pro to the stage. He's got Lance Klisch with him. They got 4 fish here today. 1 shy of that tournament limit. These anglers only able to put 5 fish in the live well here. Got to make those choices early, all day, sometimes scramble at the end of the day to put their basket together. They'll put 4 fish in there. 8-3 is what you'll take with you. Have 1 in there. They'll give you a little bit of an issue, but 8-3 is the weight you'll take. Lance, if you don't mind grabbing that basket, sliding down. Chris, what do you think, man, overall?
It's definitely tough out there. We ran all over the place trying to find something that would bite. In the last hour, we finally caught all of them.
Finally able to put something together. Does that mean tomorrow morning you can start off doing it?
Yeah, we'll see. I guess they always seem like they're in a different area they want to bite, so see if we can find them again. Was
that how you saw it during pre-fishing as well, just having to check new areas every time, or were you able to be consistent?
No, it seemed like pre-fishing. They were always one spot. One day they'd be in one point, next day it was a different spot. And
fill the boat up with gas and go.
Yep, we'll fill her up and do her again tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Congratulations. Top 40 pros, top 40 co's here in the National Walleye Tour fishing this championship. 4 fish for Dusty Minky. Your next pro, we've got Trip Olson with him. 4 fish, 4 alive, 1 shy of that tournament limit. We couldn't scramble 1 more together, eh, Dusty?
We threw a couple back we wish we would have had, but we're gambling. It's the championship.
You got to go for broke sometimes. 11 pounds, 10 ounces. You get to keep all that weight. No penalties there. If you want to grab that Trip, 11-10 here on day number 1. It is 3 days. You for sure get 3 days. So, I mean, you're going to have a little hill to climb, but everybody else has to go do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's kind of what I've been doing this week. You know, I never really got on the big ones. So, but, yeah, there's always the next couple days, and there's some really big weights. And just want to say hi to everybody at home. Hi, Mom, Elmer, Luella, all friends, family, girlfriend, Sarah. Looking forward to the next 2 days here.
Congratulations, man. Great job. We will see you across the stage once again as we wait for the last couple of boats to get weighed in here. Just a few, I think, 5, 4, somewhere in there. 6 left to weigh. I don't know that all of them will. 5, so 1 will not weigh. So 5 left. We'll take off tomorrow morning, though, at 7 a.m. right here out of Garrison Marina at Lake Sakakawea. You can join us at 7 here live in person. Check out the national anthem and invocation and cheer on the anglers as they leave, or you can watch on our social media pages as well. And then right back here tomorrow afternoon. We will open the scale at 11 o'clock in the morning. We do that for the sake of the anglers and the fish. For those of them that have their 5 fish right away in the morning, they don't have to sit there and keep them in the live well all day. They can bring them here. We've got our live oxygen release boat that we'll dump them in. We get enough of them, we'll go dump those right away, and then we'll take care of fish the rest of the day. Got the Harbor Angels giving those fish that don't make it a good place to go, donating those to those less fortunate in the area for a meal. We've got Danny Plouts. Danny, going around there. Danny's going to get his fish bumped in here. We'll find out what he's got in just a minute. Check out the live leaderboard online at nationalwalletetour.com. Isaac Lockitch at 28 pounds, 8 ounces. His co-angler here from day one, Derek Gilbert at 28.8 as well. These co-anglers will find themselves in a different pro-angler's boat tomorrow. And so the co-angler leaderboard and the pro-angler leaderboard will look quite a bit different from each other after day number 2. And on that final day, we'll pair the top pro and the top co after 2 days of fishing in the boat together. The anglers will leave the marina based on their position in the event. So first place co, first place pro will go together and head out onto the body of water here to Lake Sakakawea on the final day. And that top 20, their reward for making it into the top 20 is they get to go out first and come back last on that third and final day here. Danny Plout says 4 fish to show off. He's with Greg Ballering. Both these guys out of Wisconsin. 4 fish, 4 alive. We'll take all the weight with him. No penalties here other than the fact that we just don't have that 5th one, Danny.
Yeah, it was a grinder of the day. The fish weren't acting like they normally were today. We did have quite a few that got off that were good ones. So we're in the right area. We just got to get those big ones to bite.
11 pounds and 4 ounces. Yep, 11 pounds, 4 ounces here on day number 1 of 3 days together here on Lake Sakakawea. Great crowd gathered here. Everybody sticking around to the very end here on day 1. Excellent volunteers as well. Appreciate Rachel and her group with the Garrison Convention and Visitors Bureau. Working with them to make this event happen. These events just don't come together completely on their own. We need lots of people in place to make it happen. And each time we come to one of these great communities, it's because of the local volunteers and staff that make it successful. Once again, I see another bag coming up to the bump sink here in just a bit, but as soon as they hit the bump sink, we check to make sure that they're walleyes. There's only 5 of them. They're at least 15 inches, and they do take a penalty if they are not alive. Looks like Mr. Skipper coming up to the bump sink here in a minute, along with Mr. Tyson. We'll check their fish. Don't know if they got more than 1 in there. Saw 1 decent one. Seen that now a couple of times as well. 1 really good fish and then missing the rest. You know, some are just swinging for the fences, hoping that they can cobble together a couple of other good days. Maybe a big comeback up the leaderboard. Justin Skipper, your pro. Philip Tyson, co-angler, 1 fish here today. Well, that water magnified it a little bit in the bag. I thought it was going to be a little bigger. I'm sorry, man. It's a lot. Yeah. We just caught it. You see, scramble together, you get 1 at least. Better than a sharp stick in the eye. It's 2 pounds and 8 ounces, man. We'll see you on day number 2. Nice job, guys. 2 pounds, 8 ounces. Very much alive. We'll get it right back into Lake Sakakawea here in just a few minutes. Getting down near the end of day number 1. We'll put up all the final results online, nationalwalletetour.com. You can log on and check out the leaderboard right now. We'll have our interviews and our pictures and all of that available for you shortly after weigh-in today. Jacob L., your next pro to the stage out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Robert Waslow out of Wisconsin. Jacob's got some fans here. Of course, not too far away from home. 4 fish, 1 shy of that tournament limit. Oh, all right. Those wouldn't count. 4 fish, 4 alive. 13.5. Not too bad. You're just missing that 1.
Yep. I mean, that's how it goes. It's like we did throw some fish back, but you can't catch a big one if you keep a little one. So that was kind of the mindset that we had. Luckily, we get a fish for 2 more days and try to improve on that. So move on to the next day.
I mean, you're not too far away from home. I heard when I said your name, there was some noise over here. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, that's I mean, home body of water, quote unquote. I'm quickly realizing why I don't fish here very often, especially on the east end. To go anything good is not exactly a day trip, but really appreciate my family. I see my wife, I see my dogs, my father-in-law. We're staying at his lake place in Garrison, so appreciate that. But I love doing this, and then seeing my family too. Obviously, getting a little emotional now. So
That's that support, man. You guys pour your time, heart, and energy, and all that, and resources, and got to have that. Congratulations here on day number 1. We'll see you on day number 2, Mr. Cabela. We got one more at least, maybe a couple. I see another bag back there. I see Chase Parsons hitting the bump sink right now. Got one more bag. Looks like McCoy walking through the parking lot as well. So we are getting down near the end, just haven't quite hit that. He said 5. Eric looked at me and said 5. So, why are they small? You said 6, he said 5. Okay. So it'll be one team, it looks like, one angler, Pro and Co, that will not have weight today. 4 fish for Mr. Chase Parsons. He's got Eric Jones with him here on day number 1. 4 fish, one shy of that tournament limit. Looks not too bad of a day here. Where did we put that 5th fish?
About my 3rd cast of the morning, it was about 5 pounds, and it got off 1 foot from the net. So it was an okay day. We had fun. Man, this place is just, it's a grind to go out there and catch them. We had 3 decent ones, and then at the end, we actually just came right in here. I'm like, we can get some 16 to 18 inchers, and in an hour and 20 minutes, we got 1 16-incher. So that's why we came in with 4, Jeff.
15 pounds, 8 ounces. I think you're on the right track. Just got to put that last one in there, and you're going to be right in there. Everybody's got to do it again, and everybody gets 2 more days. Congratulations, guys. We will see you on day number 2. Your next basket here. Whoa, losing his shoes and everything. Eric McCoy coming up to the stage. He's got Derek Carter with him. 1 fish here on day number 1. Eric, what happened?
I'm not 100% sure. No, there's plenty of fish out there. I just couldn't get them to go today, and we got 2 more days to try to make up some ground, and anything's possible out here.
I think anybody who may swing for the fence the potential there to come in with the 1 fish is there, because you are trying to grind out, trying to do the best you can, and stick to your guns from what you've learned pre-fishing.
Yeah, exactly. And we threw back a couple that we probably could have kept, but I was trying to go for it here in this one, and we got nothing to lose. It's the championship. So we're going to go out there, try to swing for it the next 2 days, and see what we can't bring back in that Ranger Live well.
You got 2 days to do it, man. Best of luck. We'll see you across the stage on day number 2. That's it. Day number 1 has concluded. Isaac Lockich, 28 pounds, 8 ounces. Alec Nickel, 22.13. Dwayne Jelm at 22.5. Jaden Wendell at 22.5. And Hunter Nitty at 22.4. Your top anglers on the pro side. Co side, Derek Gilbert, Kristen Myers, Curtis Eichberg, Tim Jans, and Michael Backen in the hunt for that top spot here on day 1. We will see on day number 2 as we take off from Garrison Marina here on Lake Sakakawea for the 2026 Bass Pro Shops Cabela's National Walleye Tour presented by Progressive. Your championship day 2 begins at 7 a.m.
Happy memories just come easier on the water. Our founder, Johnny Morris, and his dad knew this firsthand. They created a boat that was more affordable. Tracker, the world's #1 best-selling fishing and pontoon boats powered by Mercury. Proudly built in Missouri and sold factory direct at Bass Pro Shops and select dealers. For as little as $5 a day, you can own a brand new Tracker and make lifelong memories of your own. Bass Pro Shops, voted America's best outdoor retailer. Save even more and support conservation when you join the club.
When there's miles of water in front of you and hundreds of feet below, you need a boat with the chops to dominate, no matter the conditions. With the strength and technology to overcome the elements and the competition. Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time.
Okay, now that you've bundled your boat and RV with your home and auto, you're ready to hit the open road.
Ooh, or set sail on your next adventure.
Tomato, tomato. And because you save time and money, you could just go where the road takes you.
Ooh, nothing but smooth sailing.
Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Jamie.
Stop.
Okay, looks like we're in ship shape. Yarr, shiver me timbers.
That's an impression of a pirate.
Boat.
Nitro, a rush of tournament adrenaline. Nitro, the choice of champion, where performance meets play. Nitro, a big water beast, a pure fishing machine. Nitro, release the champion within.
We do the impossible. Take off like a rocket. Fly across water. We hunt monsters, armed with only rod and reel. We stay silent as a ghost. And outduel the others, be they fish or foe. We chase the extraordinary. And that is why Mercury means more.
She grew up fast. Will she remember these times and continue the tradition? You better believe it. Tell a new fish story with Garmin.
Happy memories just come easier on the water. Our founder, Johnny Morris, and his dad knew this firsthand. They created a boat that was more affordable. Tracker, the world's #1 best-selling fishing and pontoon boats powered by Mercury. Proudly built in Missouri and sold factory direct at Bass Pro Shops and select dealers. For as little as $5 a day, you can own a brand new Tracker and make lifelong memories of your own. Bass Pro Shops, voted America's best outdoor retailer. Save even more and support conservation when you join the club.
When there's miles of water in front of you and hundreds of feet below, you need a boat with the chops to dominate, no matter the conditions. With the strength and technology to overcome the elements and the competition. Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time.
Okay, now that you've bundled your boat and RV with your home and auto, you're ready to hit the open road.
Ooh, or set sail on your next adventure.
Tomato, tomato. And because you save time and money, you could just go where the road takes you.
Ooh, nothing but smooth sailing.
Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Jamie.
Stop.
Okay, looks like we're in ship shape. Yarr, shiver me timbers.
That's an impression of a pirate.
Boat.
Nitro, a rush of tournament adrenaline. Nitro, the choice of champion, where performance meets play. Nitro, a big water beast, a pure fishing machine. Nitro, release the champion within.
At Beatdown Outdoors, we know you depend on your gear to hold up in any condition. We built for that. We test for that. In fact, we pride ourselves in that. Because we know when the time comes to test your gear, you aren't going to take it easy, so we won't. We build premium, made-in-the-USA products that you can rely on in the moments when your equipment should be the last thing on your mind.
Welcome to Minnow King. How can I help you?
Everything looks good. I'm friggin' starving, man. Been spawning all morning.
Ugh, TMI, bro. What do you want?
I'll take a Crush City freeloader and gizzard shad.
Anything to drink.
Water.
Pull ahead, please. Welcome to Minnow King.
We're gonna have what he's had. Yeah, throw me in a net BLT, too.
Pull ahead, please.
Calm down. Quit feeding so much.
I mean, I'm trying to, man.
If you overfeed him, he's going to hide under a log.
Born in Japan, using technology, innovation, and precision, Sunline produces the widest selection of fishing lines at the most technologically advanced line factory in the world. Manufactured at the strictest tolerances to produce victories at the highest levels of tournament bass fishing. From household names like Christie, Swindle, and Cruz, to young guns like Cook, Logan, New, and Welcher, they all trust Sunline to take them to the top of the leaderboard. Choose the line that will give you the strength to guarantee your confidence. Sunline.
Happy memories just come easier on the water. Our founder, Johnny Morris, and his dad knew this firsthand. They created a boat that was more affordable. Tracker, the world's #1 best-selling fishing and pontoon boats powered by Mercury. Proudly built in Missouri and sold factory direct at Bass Pro Shops and select dealers. For as little as $5 a day, you can own a brand new Tracker and make lifelong memories of your own. Bass Pro Shops, voted America's best outdoor retailer. Save even more and support conservation when you join the club. Happy memories just